Hello everybody, welcome to Nicole O's World Podcast. I'm your host, Nicole, also known as Nikki or Nikki18229. If you're a returning viewer, welcome. I'm glad to have you back. It's great to see you. Welcome to my kitchen. If you're a new viewer, I hope you subscribe. I hope you come back next week, and I'm glad to have you, and thank you so much for checking me out. If you're watching me on iTunes, subscribe and like. If you're watching me on iTunes, please feel free to give me a rating and let me know what you think. I do have a Ravelry group, Nicole O's World Podcast, and I do have a blog page, nicoleosworld.blogspot.com. I will put all the social media where you can find me and my podcast at the end of in the credits. Like my little hat. I'm a little bit off cuckoo here because I'm using my webcam and it's like, I don't know, it throws me off. But yeah, happy Halloween, cause let's see. Nope, I won't be able to make a podcast before Halloween, so happy Halloween, guys. Like my hat. It's actually my dog's hat, but he doesn't wear it and I think it's cute, so I'm leaving it on. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about. We've got some crochet, a lot of crocheting, a lot of knitting, yarn attacks, you name it, and some administration stuff that I want to talk to you guys about, and a little bit of personal life. So, let's get started. Getting into a little bit, if you guys remember in the last podcast, I have my little friend here, her, and I have a thing on my Rav page on little suggestion, and on YouTube. I'd like you guys who watch me via YouTube to comment, what should I name her? And if you're wondering why I'm asking, if you're a new viewer, is because she's going to be modeling my knit and crocheted objects for kids. I don't have a little baby doll. I should get one. But this was given to me until I can get a baby doll. I'm going to use her. So, I'm having a little naming thing. I will randomly pick a name between the comments on YouTube and on the Rav page. It'll just be completely random. Yeah, so that's that. Order of business. The next order of business, you guys remember, I asked you guys to help me decide which one of these I should choose to dye my sugar and creme off-white yarn. I'd like to hear what you guys think, if I should just dye it another orange or two of these, or if I should use these two plus this one and see what we come up with. I don't have the other one here. I figured to show you guys one of these. You would figure if I say two that I have two. That's just one. So that's that. Okay, next order of business before we go into knitting. I know you guys are probably like, oh, will you just get on with it? Hush, I'm getting there, but I want to do the administration stuff. Just so you know, my podcast on iTunes, I don't upload using Blip, so I'm okay. However, what I do use is called Podomatic, and it's a free service and a paid service. However, I had to delete episodes, like the first 5 episodes on there, because I was running out of my storage and bandwidth space. However, if you're listening to this on iTunes, you can go to my YouTube page, which I will leave a link in my show notes. And once the magic of editing is done, I will also put a link down here where you can catch the first 5 episodes. With that being said, right now, as most of you guys know, I currently don't have a job. I got let go from my job back in May. So right now, to pay to use Podomatic I'm not able to. So I'm using the free service. However, because I run out of bandwidth recording this every week, and I love chatting with you guys every week. Even though it seems to be one-sided. You never jump in with a comment and go, "Hey, crazy person." I'm just kidding. But I love chatting with y'all. So what I'm thinking about doing is only uploading to YouTube and not uploading the Podomatic anymore. I want to know what you guys that watch me on iTunes, how you feel about that. If you don't want to be bothered with going to YouTube to watch me, let me know, because then what I'll have to do is every so many episodes on Podomatic, I'll just have to delete so many episodes so that I don't go over my storage. But let me know what you guys think. I want to hear what y'all think before I make an executive decision. So that got the mod announcements cleaned up. Let's go into knitting and crocheting. I do have some finished objects, and you're probably wondering, what are they? I want to see them. Well, I am going to show you one. Well, I got more than one. One, first of all, is this blanket right here. I know my webcam is not doing it justice. It is like a pale green. Hopefully with editing, it will show its true colors. I got this pattern over at thecrochetcrowd.com. I've made this before. If you're on Rav, go into my project page, because I have one up that I did before. It's kind of like a hexagon. It's a hexagon baby blanket, and I used Bernat Pipsqueak yarn. I used one whole ball and part of another ball to finish this, and it's so soft. Oh, it's so soft and cuddly. I wouldn't mind making a whole blanket for myself like this. It is a free pattern. I got it over, as I said, over at thecrochetcrowd.com. It's under their baby section. It is a hexagon blanket, and if you're wondering why it's rippling, no, I didn't mess up. It's supposed to ripple to give like the extra cuddleness to it. A friend of mine, they're stationed overseas, and she just had her baby, and I wanted to make a blanket up. And also she has a 3-year-old son, and I'm gonna make him something as well. He likes toys. What kid doesn't like toys? I like toys still, some toys. But yeah, I'm gonna make him something up too and send this over. I had to share it with you guys. Next, I made this. Isn't it cute? It's an Amigurumi. I got the pattern off Rav. It's free. It is, let's see here, let me get it up. It's supposed to be like a Frappuccino that you get at Starbucks. It is called Amigurumi Starbucks Frappuccino by Cheyenne C, published in Sweet and Cute. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. I don't know if you guys will be able to see. I think you'll just get glare. Anyhow, it's, you guys, I'm sorry you guys can't see it, but it's actually supposed to have a Starbucks logo on here and a Starbucks straw, but my closest Starbucks is like 30 minutes away or more, and I didn't deem it necessary to go down just to get a Starbucks straw. And I'm more of a tea girl than I am coffee. Don't get me wrong, I do like coffee once in a while, but not all the time, mostly tea. So to me, this is my, and if you recognize the straw, yes, it's a Dunkin' Donuts straw. This is my iced chai latte. And the colors that I used were excess scrap yarn. There were excess yarn. There was scrap yarn in my yarn stash I have. And it's a brown. It's worked in the round in like a spiral. There's no like slip stitch and then crochet around. It's all worked in one. And so is the whipped cream. I just used some leftover yarn. And I used some stuffing and I stuffed it. And they call the glue it, like to use crafter's glue or Mod Podge glue. But I don't have any, and I didn't want to buy Mod Podge glue. And then it just sits around. Whoop, sorry, my computer went blank and I was worried I lost y'all. I didn't want to buy Mod Podge glue in fear that it would dry out and I waste my money. So I just kind of sewed it. And the straw is removable in case I do want to take it out for storing it away. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. If I'm going to gift it away, or if I'm going to sell it, or if I'm going to keep it. You guys let me know. Should I keep this aside for a prize, for a contest, for a group? Let me, or if somebody's interested in buying it, let me know. I'm up for suggestions. And in case you're wondering, this is such a quick, easy make. Now, however, I did do some modifications on it. Obviously, I didn't stuff it up high enough so that the whipped cream sits up like that. And the pattern calls to make 70 chains and then put it around, glue it around. What I did, I can tell you because it's free and I altered it, is I did chain 70 and it's supposed to sit over the top of it. So I crocheted the chains on, and as I was crocheting, I also single crocheted. I crocheted the 70 chains on, and to fill it in to make it look better, I went through and just single crocheted around. And I think it came out good. But yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think, if I should just set this aside for a prize. Like if we get, say, maybe 20 people on my Rav page, I'll do a giveaway. Or if I get 100 viewers, 100 subscribers on YouTube, should I give it away? You guys let me know. Next order of business, that's that. As you guys know, I'm still working on my throw or Afghan for the Crochet Crowd Challenge. And I'll show the pattern in what I'm currently working on, but I count these as finished objects. Maybe you count them as half finished, but I count them as finished. Do the motifs, and I now have 20 of these guys. I have 26 more to go for 46. I don't have all 20 here because I don't want to go through and bore y'all with showing y'all 20. But I have 20 so far. I count them as finished because the motifs count them as half finished. So, that is all the finished objects I have for you guys. Now, I guess we should go, what am I currently working on? There are a few changes. Let's see, I'm still, oh, let me go get it. Magic of editing. I'm going to pause here. And we're back. Gotta love editing. Okay, as I was saying, there are objects I'm currently working on. I have a pile of them. If you guys remember on the last episode, I was talking about the Jerry hat pattern that I was working on. This by Marley Bird. I'm trying to show you. You guys have probably seen this so much you're sick of seeing this picture. This one. This hat right here. Well, if you guys remember, I said somehow I twisted the stitches and I wasn't going to rip them out. I was just going to deal with it, and hopefully by the time I got to the top, it would work itself out. Well, it annoyed me. So I took it off the circs and put it on another circ, thinking that I could just untwist it. Yeah, no. I had to rip the hat out and start all over again. Oop, I got a drop stitch. And this time, I don't have twisted stitches. Yay! This hat has not got much love in a couple weeks. I'd say about 2 weeks or more. Because I've been busy trying to get these guys done because I want to get the blanket done. But here's what it looks like so far. The pattern, I know, hopefully when I'm done editing, it will show up good. But that's what it looks like. And I have a stitch marker so I know where I'm at. And yes, that's my own stitch marker that I made. It is an easy pattern. I can't talk too much about it because it is a paid for pattern. But it is easy and it works up easy. Now the only modifications I'm doing is for what it calls for, needle wise. It calls for a US 8 5mm 16-inch circulars or 8mm DPNs. I am using a 2.75, I think they are, DP circular needles. So they're not 5mm, so it's taken me longer. As I said, this is purse knitting when I go out. However, it didn't get much love. And if you're wondering about the bag, it is a bag I created out of scraps. Sewed it up, made it myself. I know it's not like perfection, but it works. And it has a little jigger here, and my fingers want to cooperate. I can show you guys. Boop. So I'm kind of going to take this out of purse knitting and knit on it here at home. If I go out, then it'll go in my purse. But since I haven't gone out much lately, it didn't get no love. As I told you guys, I am working on, for the crochetcrowd.com, on their fall challenge, their Afghan challenge, the Kaleidoscope throw or Afghan. Mine is not going to look like this. However, mine is going to be different, as you see. It says it's an intermediate pattern. The motifs are easy. I don't know, maybe because of the way it's being joined. This is a free pattern over at Red Heart Yarn. It's free. And this kind of is a crochet as you go along to connect these, but Mikey over at the Crochet Crowd, he even said it would be easier just to make 46 of these guys and then put them together. And yeah, he's right, because if I crocheted these as they go, I'd throw them. I honestly would. I wouldn't have the patience to crochet as I went. I find it easier to make all of these at once and then put them together. So that's that. And you're probably wondering about my iced sweater. Yeah, I guess this is a good time. No, we're not going to go into what knitting attacks and knitting issues. Let's go into what else I'm working on. Gotta lean over because it's over here. So sorry. I'm working on a new sweater. If any of you listen to Mandy Cat, We Are Yarn podcast, you've heard her talk about the Girl Friday sweater. Well, that is what I am working on. It's called Girl Friday, and it's by Mercedes Turovich Clark. I'm sorry if I butchered her last name. This is a free pattern on Ravelry. Here is what it looks like. I think it's awesome. Now, I myself had to enlarge the graft because it's smaller on my page, so on my printout here, so I had to enlarge it. And I will show you guys. I haven't given this any love in like 2 weeks, but it works up so quick. Here's what it's looking like. Yeah, I'm holding it the right way. I'm not sure if you guys can even see the pattern forming on it. I hope you can. Maybe as I get further along, you guys will be able to see it. Yeah, you can a little bit. I am using... And I'm sad because it's a discontinued yarn. I got it out of my stash. In case you guys are wondering, I have a wonderful yarn fairy. She gave me boxes and garbage bags full of yarn. And the yarn I'm using here is by Sidar, machine washable, Highland and Islands country style double knitting. And it doesn't say the colorway. I think the colorway is just country style. No, it doesn't say the color, but this is what I'm using. It's a wonderful yarn. It is not the exact yarn that they call for on the pattern, because on the pattern it calls for 210 yards, 4 ounce skein. Like, I think it's like a worsted weight. And I am using the right needle. No, I forget what needles I'm using. I don't think it's the exact size needle that they're calling for, because I don't have them. But I'm using it, I think it's like a couple sizes smaller than what they're calling for. A size or two smaller. And before I get to shaping the armholes, I have to work up in this 17.5 inches till I can get to the armholes. I've never did a sweater like this. I've only ever done raglan top down. I'm assuming this is the top part or the bottom, not 100. Yeah, I'm assuming this is the top the way I looked at the diagram. I've only ever done raglan, so this is my first time doing this, so hopefully it don't go too bad. I did have to rip back once because I wasn't reading the pattern right. I emailed Mandy Cat and I asked him, like, am I doing... She goes down, I'm like, okay, I gotta rip it out, and I ripped back and I fixed it, so it's not coming out too bad. I do plan on giving it more love once I get my blanket done. So that is all I am currently working on right now. Shall we move on to when my knitting attacks and gives me issues? Yes, I think we shall. As you guys know, there is another sweater I'm working on called Ice. In case you guys forgot what it looks like, I'll show you. It's by Carol Feller, the Ice cardigan. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, of course. Now, as you guys know, I was doing great with it. I got to the armhole shaping, and I had to get to 2 inches. And then I could work. I had to get to 2 inches below the armhole, and then work the body or the sleeve, something like that. Well, I was doing all that till I got towards the end. Yeah, we got a problem. It's like, oh, okay, great. I have more yarn. So I go in my stash to get my Homespun, since I'm using Lion Brand Homespun. Voila. It's called Delft, D-E-L-F-T. I don't know if that's the name of it. Yeah, I went to go start working on this with this sweater. I don't know how well you guys can see, but they're totally two different colors. They don't even match. So I'm bummed out. I have a sweater's worth of this yarn. And I have this on the needles. Already worked up. Yeah. Dilemma. Here's my dilemma. I kind of call this my yarn attacks me because I thought they were the same color. Here, I only had one ball of this. So, I want you guys' input. My dad and my gram both said I should just continue this sweater using this majorly different color yarn. And then somebody else said I should just rip the sweater out and start it with this. However, my dad goes, don't they have what they call ombre sweaters, where the bottom half is a different color from the top half, or the top half is a different color from the bottom, and where the sleeves are completely different color from the top or the bottom of the sweater? I'm like, yeah. But I'm like, Dad, that's where the yarn fades naturally. He's like, well, you could kind of do an ombre like that. I'm like, nah. I guess I'm kind of picky because I'm like, what if I'm out and somebody's like, hey, you know, your sweater don't match. But then a couple people are like, my family's like, hey, it'd be cool. I really think they're just saying that to be nice to me. But what do you guys think? Should I continue it with this color and make it ombre-ish looking, even though they don't match? Let me know what you think. As far as that, what else have I been working on? That's it. Nothing else. Just what I've showed you. Just trying to get that blanket done. I've kind of put my sweaters on hold so that I can get it done, because the contest for the Afghan ends November 15th, and we are at November 24th, or if you guys are seeing this, 25th or 26th. So I want to get it done. I want to get it off my hook. And getting off the hook, I guess we should go into girly chatter or personal talk. Dun dun dun. Okay. As you guys may have noticed, something different about me. My hair is shorter. If you guys have ever seen any pictures of me with my hair down, it was all the way down my back. Not towards my rear end, but it was like all the way down my back. Well, I had a problem the other day. I always, when I get up in the morning, put my hair up in a bun. And it requires two of these guys. Well, I got them massively stuck in my hair, and the only way to get them out of my hair was to cut them. And not just little pieces of my hair. I mean, it was like there was a rat in my hair or something. It was like, I'm like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? So, only thing a girl could do was I got another band, pulled my hair back, and started cutting. And had to end up cutting my hair to shoulder length. Do I miss it? yes, I do miss how long it was. However, I do like the shoulder length. I think it looks nice. People have said they like it. Some people said they don't like it. They like my hair longer, that I look better with it longer. I think they're kind of right too, but it's only hair. It'll grow back. And it won't take long to grow back because I take biotin or botan. I've been taking it for the past couple years. And let me tell you, it makes your hair and your nails grow like crazy. And it's made my natural curly hair, I think, even curlier, and my hair even thicker. And I naturally have curly, thick, wavy hair. I ain't complaining though. I like it. And as I said, I do miss the length. I do miss my long hair. However, my shoulder length hair is nice. It's a change. As I said, it's hair. It'll grow back. No biggie. So, what else with girly chatter? Let's see. What else have I been up to? Just making my squares. Getting ready for the cold weather because it's cold out. It's been like in the mornings in the 30s. This past week we have had, I think we got frost because the grass was white and there was frost in the cars. And I have been walking with a friend of mine and her kids 3 days during the week. I go to, well, I guess it's a state park now, a part of like the state park or something. It's a trail. We all refer to it as the canal because it used to be a canal when coal was king here, where things would float down to Lehigh to this canal, and it was a trading spot. So we go walking there 3 days a week. And I took some beautiful pictures. I think what I'm going to do, because this podcast is going to be long, I'm going to make a little video of the pictures I took for you guys so you can see them. They will be on YouTube. If my bandwidth allows me on Podomatic, I'll put it there. But I will put a link to it on my RAV page for you guys. And on my blog spot. If you guys haven't, check out my blog spot and subscribe to it. Because sometimes I do write like little articles on there about different things. What's going on with me. What I'm doing if I took a trip somewhere. I have all that on there. Let's see what else. Trick-or-treat's coming up. I don't know if we're going to be handing out candy this year. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not feeling it. I don't know why. I'm not feeling it. And in case you're wondering, as I was saying that I'm looking for a job, I have been putting applications in like crazy. And being the holidays are coming up, I'm hoping I'm going to hear from somebody soon. Even if it's just for the holiday till I can get something permanent. You know. Yeah, the job market sucks. With what all is going on in the world right now, I understand why, and we're just going to leave it at that. Because on this podcast, we don't talk about politics or anything like that. That is left for the world. This, my little podcast, is our happy Zen place. And with that being said, speaking of Zen, every time I have tried to meditate, I have gotten disturbed this week. If not by family members in the house, my dad, my gram, or my dad, my neighbors they're getting their house remodeled, and I've had lack of sleep because the fella that they're having working on the house works till like 3, 4 in the morning. And I hear the booming, the banging, the sawing. And if you're wondering how do they sleep, well, they live at their other house during the week and come up on weekends right now. And I don't want to be a bad neighbor and report them. So I'm just dealing with it, napping when I can, getting out of my house when I can, so that I don't have to hear it. So, yeah, no meditation this week. And if you're wondering, I like to meditate because it's calm. it gives you a chance just to wash everything that's going on in your life and the world away for even if it's 5 minutes to a half hour. It helps dramatically. Trust me. It does. Really, it does. Try it. And if you guys are wondering, did I upload it to iTunes? If you guys remember, I was talking about I was going to do a segment, Men in the Fiber Arts World. I did the first episode of it. It is up on YouTube. I don't know if I put it on iTunes. If I didn't, I have to. Shame on me. I still have to put the show notes up for it and put it on the blog. I know, I'm being a bad podcaster. This week has just been crazy busy. Appointments, stuff going on here. So, it will all be taken care of tonight. Do check it out. I talk about some really great men, like Mikey Selick from the Crochet Crowd, Ron Strong, who is a designer, Gregory Patrick, who I just heard about via Facebook, where he makes these teddy bears that he sells, and he's also a writer. I talk about Benjamin from the Fiber Hooligan. He owns XRX and knitting magazines. He's the CEO of XRX. Steve from Dramatic Knits, and Darren from Knitting in Circles. I briefly touched on them. I didn't go into detail about them because on the next episode, I want to break it into episodes so I'm not overloading you guys. So, in my next episode, maybe I'll talk about 2 of them, and then another 2 more, whatever, just so it's not overload. And yeah, you guys are probably thinking I'm babbling by now. If I am, I'm sorry. If you're wondering, sleepy time tea in here, in my cup. If I forget where I got this, or if I got it as a gift. I'm thinking this is a painting from like Norman Rockwell. What is it? Something's in it. Well, I don't know what's in it. I don't know. Something was in it. Nothing that hurt me. But anyways, probably for apples. I was eating an apple earlier, and I had the spoon sitting on the counter. Maybe there was little skin from the apple, and I said, whatever, it's not gonna hurt me, whatever. Yeah, so that's that. No, I didn't make any more bags. And if you guys are wondering about the Oktoberfest video that I promised I was gonna put up, yes, I will put it up. I'm gonna do a separate video for that. If it's not on iTunes, please check my YouTube page, because I'm trying not to overload my bandwidth with them. If you guys if you watch me on iTunes, if you guys ever not see an episode on iTunes, please check my YouTube page and or blog, because like I said, if I go over my bandwidth, everything will be on YouTube. If I decide that I'm not going to use Podomatic anymore, you guys will be the first to know. I will make a special video telling you that as of blah 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 date, I will no longer be using them to upload. I'll only be on YouTube. I think that's fair enough. I will give you ample enough time. I'll even put something on the group. I think I've babbled enough. I'm probably boring you guys by now. So I will let you go so that I can do the wonderful magic of editing and uploading this. And if you guys are wondering why I'm using my computer and not my iPad, and it's because of if I use Movie Maker on my iPad, I can only make a 15-minute video to upload to iTunes, and that sucks. And then I have to take the videos from my iPad, put them on my computer, edit them with Windows Movie Maker, and then upload it, and it takes a long time. But if I use my webcam with my computer and use Movie Maker, it goes so much quicker. So I'm hoping with the magic of editing, everything will look good. So until next week, happy Halloween, because I probably won't get to chat with you guys because the last day of Halloween... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I will get to chat with you guys because the 31st is Friday and the 30th is Thursday. So I will get to chat with you guys. But in case you don't get to see me, happy Halloween. I hope you have a good time. Don't eat too much candy. Be safe. Be good. Happy thoughts. Best wishes to everybody. I hope you have a great night, great day, great evening, wherever you are in the world. Mwah. I will see you next week. And remember, be kind and good to one another. Treat each other the way you would want to be treated. A little kindness goes a long way. Bye.